Welcome to Ringside Cinema. I am Money Mike, and this Saturday is Crown Jewel. So that means prediction time. And this will be like the only time I get to wear my Rhea Ripley t shirt. Talking about Crown Jewel, which is in Australia, her home country, because I'm not a morning person, so I'll watch it when I get up later on Saturday. But predictions, will she win in her home country? That's the question. Because that's a tricky one that I've been struggling with here. But before we get into that, though, let's go into the first match here. Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed, rematch from Clash in Paris. And this time, it's a Australian street fight. So, obviously, we're building up to War Games here, right? So, if Roman Reigns won at Clash in Paris, you had Roman and Jay win a tag team match at SummerSlam, and Bronson Reed actually took the pin in that match. So, my guess here is that Roman Reigns will lose and that Bronson Reed will win. I know people say, oh, Roman's going to win, but here's the thing. We got War Games is the next PLE. Survivor Series, War Games, San Diego is the next PLE. And if you really want to make the vision, this big threat that all the baby faces have to come together to face in War Games, you kind of have to have them win. So I also feel like you could tie everything in together with Roman, Seth, Cody, which I'll get into a little bit when I talk about the Crown Jewel match. But yeah, Bronson Reed, I think he needs to win here. The Vision needs a big PLE showing here in order for us to make, or in order for us to believe that they're a serious top threat inside of War Games. Next, we have the phenomenal AJ Styles versus John Cena. AJ Styles, Monday Night Raw, said that this match will deliver. And I believe it. Because based off the matches that John Cena had with Logan Paul at Clash in Paris and the SummerSlam match with Cody Rhodes, I think John Cena, AJ Styles can probably put on the match of the night, if you ask me. So I think John Cena wins. And if you want to check out who I think will be his final opponents, I will leave a link up here. And I also talk about who might confront him after he beat AJ Styles this Saturday. Next, let's go into the Crown Jewel Championship for the women's side. Stephanie Valkyrie versus Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, I think this is pretty simple here. Stephanie Valkyrie, new champion. She needs the win more than Tiffany. So I think Stephanie here is going to win. She'll be your women's Crown Jewel champion for 2025. And sticking with the women, let's get to the women on my shirt right here, Rhea Ripley, because I love this storyline right now. What they're doing with Asuka, Kairi, Rhea, Io. It's funny. It's funny how you remove Rhea Ripley from the world title scene, and it's so fun and entertaining to see her doing something outside of the world title picture. And the way that Asuka is treating Kairi, and man, this is almost kind of like a Japanese bloodline almost. I think we need to get some more in there, but more Japanese women in there. But man, I would not be surprised at all if, maybe this is a bold prediction here, but Julia maybe helps Asuka Kairi win, because I think so many people are like thinking, oh, Rhea Ripley, she's not going to lose in Australia. It's her home country, and that's the thing. Like, how do you protect Rhea? Because you look at it and you go, again, the same thing with Division. I think the women's War Games match is going to be Asuka, Kairi, and the heels against Rhea, Io, and the baby faces. So, how do you make Asuka and Kairi a threat? You have them win. So, I think Asuka, Kairi will win. I think Io will be the one to take the pinfall. I think Io, because she's also so conflicted because she wants everyone to just work together and be friends, and the same thing with Kyrie, and I think that will cause the conflict where Io doesn't want to hurt Kyrie, and that's enough of a distraction for Asuka to maybe spray her with the mist and allow them to win the match. So I'm gonna go Asuka Kyrie to win, but Rhea doesn't take the pinfall. And maybe like I said, I could see Julia, even though she is on SmackDown, again, because we're setting up War Games, joining in for just for the War Games match and teaming up alongside Asuka and Kairi. And last but not least, the men's Crown Jewel Championship. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. I actually am looking forward to this match just because of the history that's involved between Cody and Seth, and that's kind of why I wished that Seth Rollins had cashed in on Cody Rhodes opposed to CM Punk. But I feel like because they did the Crown Jewel Championships, it conflicted and kind of constricted the booking a little bit. Because if you would have had Seth go after Cody, he cashes in on Cody, then we would have just had CM Punk versus Seth. And I think the WWE is trying to get away from like maybe giving us a break from the whole Punk and Seth stuff. Even though technically not, but still, you get what I'm saying. I just feel like to me the Crown Jewel Championships kind of put a lot of like restrictions on their booking, so like they couldn't have Cody lose, because then you have Drew McIntyre, a heel, against Seth Rollins, a heel, for the Crown Jewel Championship. So it's one of those things where like it's holding them back. And I'll talk about that in a different video later this week. But again, I think Seth Rollins here needs to win more. That promo on Raw where Paul Heyman tells Seth, I need you to win this match because I need to confirm that I picked you, or confirm the reason that I picked you over Roman. So it's one of those things where, again, because he has Braun and Bronson, I expect a big melee, a ref bump. And like I said, I think Roman Reigns might get involved. We might see the Usos, and we might, and again, like with Jey Uso, the whole story there, I could see a situation where maybe Jey inadvertently cost Cody Rhodes trying to get revenge on the Vision, or even Roman Reigns trying to get back at Seth Rollins. Roman goes to spear Seth. Seth moves and he spears Cody, and that allows Seth to win the match. But either way, it's going to be a big spot, bodies everywhere. The Vision, Roman, Jey, Jimmy, Cody, whoever. But I think Seth ultimately wins. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Who do you see winning at Crown Jewel this Saturday? And are you going to watch it live? Are you going to be up early to watch it? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, hit that like and subscribe button, as I do produce weekly wrestling content here on this channel. I've been your host, Money Mike, and you've been watching Ringside Cinema.